Okay, this is Joe D, Mesa, Arizona, originally from Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. Been in Arizona a really long time. I wanted to make a video today about my R1T. Now I know that every one of us has probably watched every single video that's ever been, especially when we were waiting. I'm making this video because on September 30th, it'll be a year that I will have had my R1T. It's number 12,005 something VIN. So it's fairly early build. It's not a, it's an adventure. It's not one of the first ones. I forgot what they call it. And when I went for my first drive, it was interesting, and that was June of 2022. So when I got it, I was so excited because I'd hardly seen any in the Valley in Phoenix. We haven't seen too many at that point. And the guy said, well, what do you want to know about it? And then he kind of looked at me and smiled. I said, we've all watched every video, right? He goes, yeah, that's what everybody says. He goes, let's just start driving. So I haven't seen one like the one I'm going to make right now. It's going to be very short, but the whole purpose of my video is to talk about using the R1T strictly as a daily driver. Now here are my stats. I've had this almost a year. I have less than 8,000 miles. So by the end of the month, it should be, I don't know, about 76. So I'll be averaging about 633 miles a month. I use it to drive downtown where I teach at Arizona State University, and just local stuff. You could see that my efficiency is 2.26. I don't floor it. You know, I've showed all the people when I've had to do it, but I generally use the speed of my quad when I have to get around some idiot who is texting while they're driving. But generally, I drive very carefully. And one of the things I've noticed, because of the stories I've heard about, it's hard to get parts, which I think is for a lot of manufacturers now because of the pandemic. But for us specifically, it takes a long time to get parts, and then you're without your R1 for so long. I find that I am I've always been a careful driver, but I'm a much more careful driver than I've ever been. Looking at intersections when I pull out, not taking for granted that's a green light and somebody's not going to run it, because I don't want to get hit. I avoid the freeways because I got my first crack. I don't know if you can see it right there. First one. But other than that, I don't have any dings on it. It's pretty dirty right now, but I use it every day as a daily driver, and it's great. And, you know, honestly, I did get the pre-March 1st prices. I didn't add a lot of stuff. I added the floor mats and the wall charger, and basically that's it. I don't have a one of the step rails on the side. I did get the cover for the roof, which makes a world of difference. And being in the Valley, it's been so hot this summer. I mean, like psycho hot. That roof cover makes a big difference. And I've already shared it on Rivian Stories, where I'll post this video as well. It really makes a big difference. Plus, I'm really happy with the AC in this vehicle. When it was really, really hot until they offered that last, or the one before, the software update, where it would reduce the amperage on the charger because it kept shutting off because it was so hot. Now it's getting cool again, and the fans would be blowing all the time, you know, to keep that battery cool. But now that the weather's getting a little nicer, it's quiet as can be. I've had a few minor things, like I had some warped rubber on the door. I had the triangle thing here where they had to replace this section or whatever. And I do have an order. I have to drop it off in a month. There's a rattle coming from here, which I'm not sure exactly what it is. But other than that, there haven't been any problems at all. My tires are good. I've gone off-road a couple of times, but here's the other thing. I've never put it in sport mode. I put it in off-road mode to show people, and a couple of times I went off-road, but generally I keep it in, God, where is it now? I can forget where it where we have it. Oh, okay, here we go. I keep it, it's kind of dark now. I keep it in standard, auto, and soft and high with stability on. I use it as a daily driver. That's it, and it's great. So for anybody who's thinking about an R1, but they're not going to be doing a lot of off-road, please, if you can afford it, I love it. It's fantastic. There's very little I don't like about it. Could there be a glove box? Yeah, there could be a glove box. Not a big deal. Oh, one other thing I bought. I did buy the thing to organize here, so that's good. I'm not putting, I got one little thing, it's hidden for my phone. When I charge my iPhone, I don't care about that. Other than that, I really haven't done anything. So if you're thinking about this as a daily driver, it's wonderful. I keep it charged basically between 30 and 70%. You know, I top it up when I need to. I haven't bought gas since September 30th of last year, or prior to that, before I traded in my Ridgeline. You know, I had a Ridgeline which I really liked, and if Honda wouldn't have been so behind the times and being so slow in updating to either hybrid or EV, if they had a Ridgeline hybrid, I probably would have bought one because it was a great vehicle. It was fantastic. And as a matter of fact, the way they did the seats, if you're familiar with the Ridgeline, the seats fold back, the bottom seats in the back fold up towards the backrest, so it gives you a totally flat floor. I realized we couldn't have a flat floor here because of the way they have it set up, but it's kind of difficult to getting the dog in and out because there's not a lot of flat space there for the dog. Other than that, and CarPlay, I had CarPlay in my Ridgeline. I really liked it, but I don't miss it that much. When I have my phone here, I just go, "Hey Siri," and I could answer texts. I could, reply to a text. But I found that I really like the idea of not being tethered to all my technology all the time. When I'm in the truck, I just drive it. I love it. And like I said, I only use it as a daily driver, and I plan on keeping it for a long time. So hope you found this interesting. Leave a comment if you want. You don't have to subscribe because I don't post a lot of stuff. I mostly post comedy stuff like Laurel and Hardy and things like that. I'm a big Beatles guy, but other than that, it's fine. This is just like a regular vehicle to me, other than the best vehicle I've ever had. So take care, and best of luck. Bye-bye.